Hello everyone. Today I just have a little something special to share with you. It's VB's Life Lessons from INRY, also known as the Consultant Survivor Guide from Real INRY Experience. Now I have to say that after spending nearly 20 years of experience in the corporate IT space, that I really had no idea what I was in for when I made the move into consulting. Now these last 6 years have had some of the most challenging and yet the most rewarding experiences of my life. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to share with you some of what I've learned during this time. Now my goal here with this is to arm you with some basic principles that will help you all to accelerate your career in consulting, and also to help set some expectations for yourself as you begin to advance in your career. The first topic I want to cover is perception. Perception is defined as the process of perceiving something with the senses. When we go in front of a client, their first perception of you, it's everything that they see and hear in their senses. It's exactly what defines you to them. While that might seem unfair at times, we can actually leverage the power of that first perception to our benefit though. Luckily for us, we work in a world where we have the power to take control and create the perceptions that will be given to our clients. Now, armed with that knowledge, when you're in front of a client, whether in person or remotely, always, and I mean always, portray yourself as the expert, even when you don't feel like it. Now, the reality of the situation is that our clients are looking for help. And while you may not know everything going into that engagement, rest assured that you will know much more when that engagement is completed. Think of it this way: the client is paying us to learn for them. Embrace that, do it well, and when you transfer that newfound knowledge to the client, you're going to be their hero. Next is energy. Now, energy in this context is defined as the ability to act, lead others, or affect them forcefully. Now, why is this important? The level of energy in a meeting will never ever exceed that of the leader of the meeting. So when you're leading a client engagement, the energy level of the client will never be more than yours. You actually hold the power to lift them up or hold them back. So like with perception, energy isn't just a feeling or emotion, but it's a tool that you can use to set the tone of the engagements with your clients. Let me ask you this: have you ever seen a professional musician perform and have absolutely no energy? Rarely. Now, when you go to a concert, the frontman of the band is always the most energetic, and the crowd is going to feed off that energy. So what I'm here to tell you today is that now is your chance to be the front man of the band. So go out, give it all you've got, and don't hold back even a little bit. And now, on to confidence. To be confident or not to be, that is truly the question. It's a choice that you have to make, and your decision is what'll be the huge driver in how your clients end up perceiving you. So my best advice in this area is to be intentional in fostering confidence. Every new experience that you work through becomes invaluable knowledge for future engagements. And remember, you're not in this alone. You're a part of this huge, amazing, well-rounded team that is standing behind you and cheering you on, and everyone wants to see you succeed. And lastly, contrary to how it might make you feel inside, telling your clients, "I don't know, but I will find out," actually portrays confidence to them, because a confident person is always going to be willing to admit when they don't know something. But that's not where it ends. You see, they'll always follow up with the answers when they get them. To close this out, once you've developed your confidence, you'll be able to rely on it to get you through many uncomfortable situations. Speaking of uncomfortable situations, seek them out. It's P.T. Barnum that said that comfort is the enemy of progress. Now, why is this? All of these topics actually play hand in hand. See, working through uncomfortable situations is the quickest way to gain confidence. It's also a great way to fast-track your experience and knowledge. You may be wondering, where should you start with this? Many of us don't find it natural to speak in front of a group of people, but don't let that stop you. The ability to speak in front of a group of people is invaluable, so take every opportunity that you can to speak, and keep doing it regardless of how uncomfortable you may feel until that anxiety fades and speaking becomes more natural. And when the going gets tough and you begin to feel uncomfortable, just remember, you can't grow without the discomfort of growing pains. To avoid the pain is to avoid growth. This next topic deals with how you think. I want to encourage you to challenge yourself to think in different ways. Now, I'm not talking about putting yourself in challenging situations anymore. This is more about practicing paradigm shifts in how you think. When working through requirements, don't accept the first solution that comes to mind. Always ask yourself why, and challenge yourself to find a better way of doing something. Now, by being your biggest critic, you can think through all the possibilities along with their pros and cons, which in the end will result in you being your biggest advocate for the final solution that you develop and deliver. To summarize, when you learn to think outside the box, that's when the magic will begin to happen and your deliverables will be taken to the next level. Sometimes I feel like this topic is most important because without it, the team dynamics really begin to fall apart. Now, this is about investing in others. In this context, we say that to invest is to give or use or devote your time or talent as for a purpose or to achieve something. This investment in others is important, and as Helen Keller stated, alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. So remember, none of us is an island unto ourselves, and the fastest way to grow personally is to help someone else to grow. Each one of us has unique life experiences, so we all have something that we can offer to someone else. So take the time to mentor someone today. It doesn't have to be technical in nature, and it can be soft skills. Take something you know that will benefit someone else and teach it to them. And last, and this is a big one, celebrate wins and give encouragement to others when it's needed. Yes, it's important to take time to encourage your teammates as they celebrate victories, but that said, it's equally important to reach out to members of the team that might be struggling with something. Now, if you see this, give them encouragement and offer them a helping hand. Now, remind them that they're not alone in this and that they can always reach out for help if they're frustrated. Now, last but not least, if you get nothing else from this, take this away. You are your greatest tool that you have. You are the one in control of your perception, energy level, and confidence. You are the one in control of your experiences and how hard you're willing to push yourself to take on new, uncomfortable things. You are your best critic and advocate, and you have experiences that are unique to you that you can share with others to help them grow. In all of this, learn continually. If you don't push yourself, no one else will. There's no trying, there's only doing. Taking risks is a win-win scenario, and by conquering the world 1 gig at a time, you will be the hero of your own movie. And trust that if you do all of this, that everything else will fall into place.